I mean, what are the odds of me slamming +2 to gems? Low. You know, well. It wouldn't have had life on it anyway, so I would probably have to try fixing that. But otherwise, it had pretty much everything I wanted. Truth be told, all I really care about on an amulet is the +2 to gems and dot multiplier. That flip flop my resistance, that's not that difficult. Just happen to not get any. That was going to make voice something. What the hell am I doing? See if I can work something stupid together with this real quick.
How you been? Need something, do what I can to help. You have a choice to make.
They're all kind of awful.
Hey there, want something? Just say the word.
I mean, technically speaking, with Squire, you could make that a 7 link. But that would be if you had something that needed combustion. I mean, I'll take a look at it. Listed for 1 divine, I doubt that, but I'll toss it in there.
I think I could sell
Like, it has to be me, like, accidentally right-clicking it, but, like, why would I want to turn off one of my buffs like that? I really should consider using a Quartz Blast for phasing, because the amount of times I'll try and run into stuff and just get stuck on enemies is bizarre. It's bizarre and obnoxious. I decided to buy another, shortly before I turn my stream on actually. I decided to buy a different version. Well, not just a version, a separate wand from the one I have. And I kind of pissed away some divines in the process, but until I roll the tempering orb stuff to give it physical modifier magnitudes, I can't really use it. But without that, it should do more damage. Like, ignoring it, not like in spite of it. Didn't get a perfect roll, but better than what mine has. Gotten a handful of shields, but I've yet to get a good valve orb corruption on them. On their own, they're not really worth all that much. Thing turn itself off. Like, this is what I mean. It's crazy. That could have been why my health got so low there, because I just suddenly had no spell block or the shock immunity. Alright, let's see. That turned to shit. Well, it was already shit. It's not a shit item, it's just shard stackers, and I feel like there are just better items for them unless you're playing like a 0 health build. In fact, the original build that I was planning on making myself, which didn't pan out, because I don't know how to make builds that aren't shit. The original thing I was planning on doing was a shard stacker. It was actually this build, but not the ignite. It was just like intense random dissipation, which relies on a bunch of hits and stacking crit. But I couldn't really figure out a way of getting my damage to like a respectable level with it. So I was gonna play with the Scion Ascendancy, Reliquarian. This is how we ended up with Arc at the start of the league. Because it was kind of like a panic mode, like, I had to look at builds and nothing appealed to me. So I kind of just settled. And I mean, it got me my Void Stones. I mean, it got me all my map slots, so it's like, it wasn't like it was a terrible build, it just kind of plateaued. And like, look at that, it's like we're faster and we do more damage. Technically speaking, there is one way that I can actually seriously buff my damage. But it requires a very expensive item. There's this support gem, which I think only drops off Uber Maven, which, if you get the level up from the gem corruption, it gives you as much cost and reservation multiplier as my Enlighten. Where the fuck are you? My Enlighten. And this is what I need to use all these heralds, because otherwise I wouldn't have the mana to reserve. So this gives me that, but it also gives me +2 to the level and +16 to the quality of the supported gems. So it would give all of these +2, as well as extra quality for, well, whatever benefits they give. Like, I mean, this would give me more cold resist, which is irrelevant, but that would give me more shock. That might actually bring me close to 100% shock chance, which would fix a lot of the issues I have. Fix some issues. But, I mean, that would be considered a chase item. I would have to both get very lucky to get it, and then get very lucky with the corruption. What that is, Clip support, is it's an amalgamation of the other two, Empower, Enlighten, and Enhance support. Because all three of those just do each of those modifiers individually. To be fair, I didn't actually look at it in Path of Building. It might not be that much more damage, but I guess I could open Hub after this and look. That shouldn't take long to actually figure out. So let's do that. I don't have Path of Building in OBS, so you guys can't see it, but it's kind of a whole bunch of fucking numbers, so I barely understand it. I mean, it seems like it would be a decent change, but I'd say directly, because I was looking at what my build is supposed to be, not what it current is. Whatever. You want to swim in sulfur, chat? Sounds kind of awful to me. Unless I just somehow don't have a configuration to run a voyage, I guess I'll run one after this. fearlessness or whatever it's called. Yes, exactly that. I already have one. Nice. Some of the uniques you can't disenchant with rugs, so like that or the flasks, I just end up having like a million of them if I keep them. Like, I don't need this many writhing jars. Let's see. I mean, that's okay. Nothing special about it. Jason one's first. Oh, that's unfortunate. That one there. Where's the Diviner Stormbox one? The Golden Lanterns would also be okay, but I put that there. I mean, maybe I do that. Just a little scuffed, but should be. Okay, something almost fucking murdered me. Jesus. Yeah, like the crit chance and multiplier isn't even that high. Maybe I just get hit by a bunch of things at once without realizing. darkest dreams before 7 to sleep. So that was before Joyce's Asylum. Pantheon modifiers. It's only a matter of time until I get pranked by one of these Pantheon monsters. I really don't like fighting Pantheon monsters. Because half the time it'll just be like, yeah, it's Brine King hitting your fucking skull in. Or putting down the nearly invisible fucking explosions. Goes all the way around. So I guess I should keep going around this way, loop around, because up top doesn't have the, I don't use my lanterns in that one corner. What the fuck did I die to? Like, legitimately, I ran away from that starfish and then just got killed. Okay, well, fuck me. It's a lot of money we just lost. Whatever, man. I want to see if this makes a difference, because not everything's going to do elemental damage, and not everything has projectiles. It does mean those starfish are going to have a higher radius of attack. Yeah, from the start of the from the very start of the league, people have kind of complained about getting randomly one-shot in voyages. I didn't really believe it. It kind of seemed like a load of shit to me. But then it happens. Granted, it was after the Cursed Cuts came out, and things actually hurt now, but yeah, we legit lost like 4 divine worth of value out of that by getting randomly one-shot. I mean, I knew in the back of my head that I should have used one of the capsules to send that stuff up. But when I stopped finding the Pantheon monsters, I thought maybe I was just safe for the rest of the run. Silly me. I genuinely think that would have been a great run as far as our money. Technically speaking, we didn't find any of these altars either. Lord, these guys having extra area of effect for Pantheon mods is kind of a nightmare now that I think about it. Surely me doing this is not an omen. Around either way. I mean, I'm sure there's something over in this direction that's too big to be nothing. Maybe there really isn't. What the fuck? Like, we go from like an amazing void where I just got randomly one hit to whatever this is. Maybe I accidentally had a good setup and it wasn't luck. Who knows? The attack speed from Soul Eater actually does help us because it makes Arcanist Brand gain its stages faster. The attack speed is, well, cast speed in this case, causes it to build its charges faster, and then when it gets 20 it explodes. Pinspray and the Dissipation, for the unaware, typically works in the opposite direction, well, kind of the opposite. It does damage every stage, but it has to get to its max stages to do the most damage. So that's why at first this kind of had like a learning curve for me, not that it's a complicated skill. But it just felt different. I'm used to dropping it and then seeing a whole bunch of fucking explosions. I guess before I get killed again, I should up my inventory. this thing not dead yet? Unfathomably tanky rare. What slop did I pick up during all that? Yeah, I need to set up like my more strict filter because I can't see anything in some of these voyages. The only spot I haven't checked is here. Maybe not. Maybe I have checked this whole place. Yeah, I told this story before, but like my main issue with the weak start was for some reason all of my pre-saved builds in Path of Building sometime between the last Freshia event and weak start got wiped. I have no clue how. So I was originally looking to see like, well, surely someone will post a build I like leading up to the pad. And then there was nothing. Not nearly as much profit as we would have made from the other map, which sucks, but maybe I go somewhere else so I don't have to have these asshole Pantheon monsters fucking with me when I'm waiting for the bathysphere. There, that was trying to point towards something weird. Surely I have a bathysphere around I can This is kind of a miserable voyage comparison, but oh well. I don't think I have enough charts to get into voyage. I'll look. I mean, I probably have enough to set up for a voyage. Still one divine, just over. I could have made a decent amount of money if I just sold all the Valdos I got. Not a tremendous amount, but like I always feel like this will be the one where I at least get to see a valuable item in it. Not necessarily it'd be one that's capable for me to run, because at that point I could just sell it. But it'll always be like, yeah, here's a Veil of the Night. Here's like one of the worst uniques in the game. It's also a void map. This is the other ones. So, for context, this is down the board 338, 40, 43, 38. Before the modifiers from the enchantment. This is 349, 40, 42, 48. So, on its own, it should be a little bit better. I mean, it's like 10% more on the physical damage, and then everything else is relatively comparable. The extra lightning is quite a bit better. So when I get the Tempering Orb hit to give me this for the 6%, or just the one that's the flat 8% physical modifier magnitudes, it should be a substantial boost to my damage. Alright, let's see. Voyage. Yeah, we have enough to run another. No Exalted Orb. Yeah, there's apparently one of the mods that rares can drop extra divines. Like they're guaranteed, and it's like, yeah, that's nice and all, but I've yet to see it. It'd always be like, yeah, it'll convert your currency into stacked decks, and it's like, stacked decks, yeah, like that. Basic currency, it will instead drop as stacked decks. Like, that sounds nice and all, but that'll be the time that it converts like a divine into one. I guess I would have no way of knowing, unless the amount of decks dropped depends on the, I guess, value of the item. Wait, this has two. I actually kind of want to try this. If it has double that, does that mean that I'm gonna get like fucking 300 stack decks from this one thing? Let's find out. This is the increased rare monsters. I don't know if I want to have more rare monsters when they all have Pantheon monsters. They're kind of annoying. That was one of the corner pieces like that. kind of forced to do this. There's that, I guess. It actually works out, kinda, sorta. And go down here after setting this up, and immediately connection goes to shit. Yeah, 5 stacked decks off of a single monster. Yeah, this is diseased. What the fuck is happening? Like, I'm not dropping frames, so I don't think it's my connection. Surely. Surely I will get at least one divine orb. having them converted this soon. I genuinely think some. Oh, there's a pile there. It's like I'm controlled by the thing is just walking. Oh, I didn't grab that one somehow. Like, you'd think they'd kind of vacuum you, because it seems very specific on how you have to get into them. The vacuum. Saying vacuuming makes it sound a little more intense. Like, it should have a higher pickup radius, is what I mean. Not that, like, it's across the screen and it just gets dragged to you. Like, how gold works. Like, you don't have to run over it, you have to kind of get near. That is what I mean. Oh, is that a... Hey, Kalandra's Touch. A little late to get it, but... That is a tier 0, technically speaking. Kalandra's Touch, on its own, does nothing. It mirrors whatever stats you have on your other ring. So you can make something insane, or at least you used to be able to, before they pretty much gutted the synthesis mechanic. Because a lot of money, there used to be a lot of money in items that had like plus whatever the power charge is. Yeah, on its own it's 5 divine. At the start of the league, it would have probably been worth substantially more, but most people at this point probably don't need something like that. That's the second time I've ever had Kalandra's touch drop. The first was, ironically, at the very like I was still in Axe, dropped for me. And I sold it probably for less than I could have gotten, just because I was excited about getting the currency. It was one of my first leagues, like probably my second or third. I'd say probably third, because I remember my first real league was League of Kalandra, which everyone hated. I didn't have any thoughts on it, but I didn't know any of the prior content for the game, so I didn't have the metric to compare it to. But I think Sanctum came out after that, and that was the first week I did 40-40. And then I think there was Crucible, which I fucking hated. People loved Crucible, I despised it. And then Trial of the Ancestors, which I also despised. In fact, they did like a Freshia kind of event as a mini-league before this came out. That was Trial of the Ancestors. But I played it because all you had to do is complete the campaign and they gave you a mystery box. So I was like, fuck it, just blast the campaign. Trial of the Ancestors, well, Crucible, I should explain, was like, well, what if we gave weapons their own skill trees? So you could get, like, a whole bunch of shit on it. But you couldn't re-roll them. At least not that I remembered. And it was randomized, so you could like max roll a weapon and then go to put shit on it, and it's useless. And Trial of the Ancestors was like, well, what if we made an auto battler that you had to participate in, but you were just substantially less useful than the actual NPCs? So people would make these scuffed builds that, like, I don't know exactly how it worked, but they would use Void Sphere and basically just teleport all the monsters away. So you had to channel on these totems to destroy them, and that's how you win. But like, if an enemy hit you, you got like seriously fucking stunned. On the other side of the wall. Oh well. Yeah, we got that modifier to convert Chaos Orbs to Ancients relatively early and didn't get a single one. I mean, I did get the, Kalandra's Touch. So, like, I can't complain, but, like, I'll see people who are like, yeah, people will post like, yeah, I got this from Voyage, and it's like 60 Divine Orbs, and it's like, I wish I could get a single one from Voyage. reflects your opposite ring, so technically speaking, I could throw that there, and it would mirror this, which would do nothing. I mean, it would give me some resistances, and that's it. But that's pretty much how the item works. Go back real quick. I'm assuming this is worth a little bit of money. I'm assuming because the modifier that lets enemies killed by anyone count as being killed by you, I feel people would be using like the luminaries who have like they're stacking shit on their mercenary to do damage. Yeah, this ring alone is 1,430,000 dust. So I mean, technically, I could and probably should just disenchant it, but we can keep it for some money. Slop. Not slop. Not slop. Will I get anything from these? I'm gonna see after this how much Scuba we can do before I run out. But no sense lugging this stuff around, might as well just burn through it. Not anything exciting anyway. Oh, I only have these? Wow. These have any degenerate mods? Yes. I just didn't want to avoid elemental ailments because, like, if that gets modified, like, if the magnitude of it gets increased, then I have to worry about not doing damage because I just can't apply Ignite. I genuinely think Shaper of Flames should override that because it says all hits always ignite. So wouldn't that mean it should have like 200% at a minimum? Assuming like just the stats. fought Uber and Ziri before, mostly to see if I could do it. I did die, but like, it was to dumb shit, mainly. It was like I stood in something, not that like I got bombed by Reflect. But if I felt like wasting my map fragments, I could farm its theory and hope a House of Mirrors dropped, but I know better. I've never really gotten anything of value from Uber and Ziri. Considering it's an obnoxious fight with unskippable phases, I'd rather not farm it. I mean, shit, I'd rather farm the Feared than farm Uber and Ziri. Interesting. 129 chaos as the corruption. I was honestly expecting it to just brick, to be honest. That's not the best corruption it could have gotten, but it's not bad. Have some silly gameplay. Aside from that one shot before, things have been going a little too well, so time to throw and fight a juiced up mercenary. That Scarab set up guarantees a mercenary spawns, guarantees they will be infamous, which basically just makes them harder, but they have more rewards, and it gives them bodyguards, and they have all unique items. So technically speaking, I'm getting less value because some people actually want the infamous modifiers on gear, but it's mostly just fishing for uniques that I think would be profitable. That guy has Blunderbore, I think. That's the only reason I can think of that he would have those buffs. It doesn't let me look at his gear. Only lets me look at the dude we're gonna be fighting.
but I just can't stand the pain.
You make my finest piece yet.
You're finished.
Well, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me that you know I've done all I can.
Through agony.
You see a big storm in the virus. Yeah. Why easy?
Boy, do I wish I could see anything.
Easy like Sunday morning.
I guess in a situation like this, I should just stand my ground, but like, I guess I'm slightly traumatized
Easy like Sunday
Hey,
by the damage output these guys have.
I keep the bodies.
I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do alright. Just me, oh baby.
Stardust.
Hello. Go with courage.
Mods to quantity also apply to rarity. So like, I'm kind of tempted to use a Scarab of Risk, but they're like at Divine Orb each, and that seems like a waste if it's gonna like brick the map for me. I mean, this is tolerable, but guess we can just run it back, see what happens. I mean, I could probably do Wildwood stuff. Not that I want to, but like, we're powerful enough that it should be okay. This is also a league that I enjoyed, Affliction. But to be fair, it was the first league I ever wasn't in complete poverty. I got very lucky with some of the stuff I found in Affliction as far as resale value. I think it was the first league I ever had a Mage Flood. The only time I ever had one drop for me was from Reliquary Keys. I've always had to buy it otherwise. So, yeah. I'll talk about what that means after this, but I'm not defending this stupid tree. The Wild West monsters empowered have damage reduction, more projectiles, more area effect, and more item rarity. This damage reduction, speed, and quantity. The different colors are, they match Harvest, like with purple, yellow, and blue. But, it basically just empowers monsters, makes them harder, but they supposedly drop more loot. In most cases, you have to super juice maps for Wildwood Wisps if you want to get any meaningful value out of it. So I'm always leery about it. It kind of seems like a waste. And I can't wait until I don't need to do the map shrines the map boss ones anymore. It's gonna be so nice to start getting quantity and rarity on my maps instead of just like, oh well, the boss will drop stuff, but it's gonna all be slop anyway. Back to the mercenary, but I don't know what the mercenary is actually going to be because they have their own, like, I guess you call it like a class. Like one might be like a pointed axe guy. So I wanted to clear space in case I had to kite him. Admittedly, a part of me was hoping I would have bounced. Another one of the map boss things, so I need 4. Let's see, where's he got?
It's like I never left home.
Like, it looks like a leveling build. Everything this guy has looks like it's just some random bullshit. Leveling up with like a twink character. I mean, maybe this would be worth something because of the links on these, but I genuinely don't know what, like, I don't think anyone really knows what's good on the mercenaries as far as selling them.
Show no weakness.
I mean, that was stupid of me. I really just wanted to stack Herald of the Hive as fast as I could, and that backfired. But, like, this is kind of what I mean, is, like, mercenaries... The mercenary encounter will just be like nothing is happening, and then suddenly you die instantly. And then, like, they join you and they're fucking worthless. It's... Maybe they were empowered by Wildwood Wisps, but I don't think that was the case. do something silly. And this might not work, because if it RNGs two, if the map RNGs like two of the suffix modifiers, then I'm just getting the benefit of this for free. So we'll actually see what happens. My main concern is getting like no regen, because it's doable, but like all equipment. Oh yeah, that's the scarab. Yeah, so the actual mods are mostly irrelevant, so it should be easy. Really the only thing that mod means that we got is my flask doesn't last as long. And that only really affects the rubies and cut. I mean, yeah, I think it affects my health flask too, technically, but I shouldn't need my health flask for anything other than getting rid of bleed. Yeah, technically speaking, one thing I was also looking for before I fought that mercenary was if we were fortunate enough to find one of those chart things that has the possessed spirits. Because the extra damage I would have gotten from the possessed spirit would have probably helped me not die of the mercenary, but oh well. That one mercenary's health bar wasn't moving, so I think they were just stuck standing in. I think they were stuck standing in like a concentrated ground that they put down, so I wasn't actually hurting them in any meaningful way. Alright, lost Karui goods. It's basically a randomly generated shipment reward. So, let's see what we get. It said stun of chance 4 or 5, that's useless. Stun threshold, that's useless. Wow, we...
I'm ready for you.
Fine. Your space.
As we say in House of Zadi, blades speak more honestly than tongues, shall we? On guard. There's hope for you yet.
I don't think this would dust for anything, but it just wanted to see. Eh, better than nothing.
Icy fingers claw your back. Here I come again.
I mean, to be fair, the only aura I'm actually benefiting from is Purity of Ice. For curiosity's sake. Yeah, my resist and max resist is completely unaffected. Granted, that's because I have this flask, but I finally got a Manor Foyer last night. I don't remember if it was on stream or off, but regardless, I finally got one, and then Kadiro offered me literally nothing to spend my gold on. Which, I mean, that tracks. Fracturing orb. Who cares? Is that revealed? Yeah, it is revealed technically. Maybe someone would want it. Nope, 8 chaos. Hit that. Real quick. Fix our filter. Not fix, update it.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. In your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright.
It was late for rarity, but
Trust me, you don't want to be in the sights of Alpha by accident.
That you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty.
No Kyaxin, no time.
Cup of wine.
You earned it.
I don't see this selling, but I don't see most of the warrants I have selling.
Hello. Farewell.
But you're in love with me. I said I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Just run this as is. I don't feel like having 3 mercenaries all doing triple their damage is cold. But not like legit, if I just finished this stupid challenge that I have to get 4 Eldritch Altars that affect the boss, then we would probably be actually starting to make a profit. Just because it's like, yeah, technically speaking, you can good mods that affect the boss, but like, is a guaranteed 3 Divine Orbs better than being able to get like 20 potentially, or even more? Like, oh yeah, the boss is guaranteed to drop 3 div cards. It's like, I could get like 20 when lucky. I was hoping it would have just functioned as an alchemy orb. Wow, wait. I care for, of course, but gambling districts. Time to gamba.
Greetings.
I should check the mappers at some point. okay. Slightly less okay. Yeah. I can foul it. I mean, I think I only get one open anyway, so do I want to spend all that money for what could potentially just be a map? You know what, fuck it. I'm not gonna say a single divine is necessarily worth 2.5 million gold, but it could have gotten worse. It's tolerable. Hexproof is a little annoying, but if I don't do anything stupid with it, it should be fine. So, speaking of doing something stupid, I'll have some ore deposits. So, set this up. Check King's March. A single prismatic catalyst is 39 chaos orbs. The next expensive one is 15. Like, my mappers unironically beat the shit out of the Child Master and got this. They act. That just drops off Child Master, so they fought him and won. It's quite something. And someone had to say some soy shit in chat, like, nice 20 chaos orbs. It's not about the chaos orbs, it's about being funny. Like, it's one of the weirdest things I see in public chat in Path of Exile is people who will be like, oh, your please something dropped? Well, it's only worth this. It's like, you can't enjoy things, I guess. Like, fun is not allowed in Path of Exile. Like, I ran countless maps to get a single lost shipment from here, and then suddenly I get two pretty much back to back. I've also yet to find, a Starfall crater with all these 4 juiced maps we've gotten. Not that I think Swallowing, or how you say it, will drop, but like, at least gives me a boss to fight that isn't the same thing recycled. I get 3 shrines at the very start, and then nothing. I really hate the RNG challenges, like how, like, luck-based gameplay. There's still a chance we find one, but we're at the boss, so unless these guys spawn it. Shit out of luck. I specifically want to run 8 mod maps, if possible. But they have to also be corrupted, so... anything that is not 8 mods, I guess we give to the mappers to run. Because there's mucho texto doesn't necessarily mean it has 8 mods, because some of the things are like this, like more life, more area of effect, increase accuracy, players have less spell suppression. Well, spell damage prevented, it's like I might have like 10 lines, but only like 5 mods. I think these are what I actually need. Yeah, I haven't gotten a single one completed for the Syrian Exile arc. We've been at 7 since yesterday, and I've pretty much just been running Syrian Exile arc. That's what I mean, it's just luck-based gameplay, getting these stupid shrines to spawn. put in a quality of life thing where you're immune to damage while channeling on this. I didn't actually mean to click on it. Well, I did intend to click on it, just not immediately. Part of me feels like I should deliberately wait to click the altars. Because, like, it'll be a situation like this where I'll full clear half the fucking map. Well, that doesn't make sense, but where I'll clear half the map and, like, nothing spawns. Well, if we get something early on and then nothing will happen. So, like, I'll take the mod that makes sense for the challenge, but then it doesn't pan out anywhere. So I could have gone what was potentially more profitable instead. I mean, it would mean I'd have to do laps around the place, more or less, but I don't know.
It's probably irrelevant.
Greetings, go with courage.
Considering how much gold people have in general, doing this challenge for getting the 8 mod corrupted maps that I've been trying to do is actually kind of easy because the maps are easy to come by. You just do like a few scuba diving expeditions and suddenly I have 1 million gold. Like, doesn't give me really any energy. Technically speaking, Eater of Worlds altars are more profitable, but the Eater of Worlds ones are the ones that can offer divine orbs as rewards. Albeit very rarely, I've probably only seen it happen twice. And both times were pretty much the end of the map anyway. But they're also substantially more obnoxious than the penalties. Because like these guys, the Searing Exile guys, it's like, oh yeah, here's this like Minotaur that just slowly waddles towards you. Like, Searing, Eater of Worlds, it's like, yeah, here are all these tentacle guys. So here's a mod that gives them like +6 projectiles, so they're like bombarding you before they're even like realize they spawned in. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature, but it's been in the game as long as I've been aware, so I have to assume it's still either. Or like they'll appear like that, and like they'll already be shooting at me, like. In older streams, where I've, like in older leagues that I've streamed PoE, you've seen it before, of me just getting like one shot by the guys that spawn and they're just ready to go. That wasn't enough either.
Greetings. Go with
Yeah, I did simulate from last night too. It was a little iffy at times. I actually had I was doing it specifically to see if I could get a Megalomaniac. I want to see if I could get one of these that had mods on it that I cared for. They always have 4 passive skills, 1 that grants nothing, and then 3 notables. I wanted something that had Primordial Bonds. I would be willing to alter my build a little bit to get Primordial Bond, because what that does is I deal more damage per golem I have out, and I already have 4, and it increases the buffs granted by the golems. So that would have been an upgrade if I had gotten it. Even more so if it had 2 other useful mobs. But I'm not holding my breath on that. It's just unfortunately expensive because I'm sure there are other people who have the same idea as me. Yeah, we got 3 Megalomaniacs and pretty much none of them are worth anything. Big ass abyss. That rogue Exile we just fought actually has chaos inoculation. That's why his energy shield is so high. So a chaos-based build can't kill him. We'll run it. I doubt I'll get anything, but you never know.
Hello. Go with courage.
Toss that in with the mappers.
We're always
The planned heist is a fully revealed one-wing heist. It's completely randomized, so it could be absolutely degenerate as far as what is offered. It could have like almost unplayable mods, but it's the same for pretty much everything. It's not like Untainted Paradise. So let's see. Vulnerability, don't care. Patrolling monsters deal more damage, less head curses. That's all relatively tolerable. Who do I have? I have so many buffs that I have Talina and Karth.
What are you hiding?
So I guess I'll get the chest here. Just because it's so little alert level. Normally I wouldn't bother.
Security has spotted us.
Incoming.
I believe we call that heat.
Plenty more where that
No witnesses.
keep it down or else.
Empire Escape. That's one nice thing about it is because it's a fully revealed wing, it has the escape route. So technically speaking, it could be right in front of the exit normally, which is what happens a lot of the time in my experience. But in cases like this, it's effectively right outside the room with the actual reward.
Good. Now take it and get ready to run.
Unfortunately, the rewards are all awful. But well, just no.
Good. Now, focus.
Can't think with all that racket.
in the low chance you're like, man, I really want to do more heist, you could go back to the Rogue Harbor and say your hideout. This is a little painful, just because of reduced life and energy shield recovery. But how bad is it being beefed up? Yeah, from 60 to 79% less recovery of life and energy shield. So my flask is effectively useless. I can't like out heal that damage at the moment because of how rich my recovery is. Originally I was able to just kind of ignore the damage during the flask effect.
This wasn't perfect. Eric has very little idea as to...
You bash well, Exile. To the height of the dog.
I can appreciate. The question now, Exile, is whether or not...
That was my friend. I'm the fighter.
Friend.
If it's blood you want, I propose.
You should have no trouble.
Exile, you're taking all of this. Until next time.
I really do hate the idea. Your methods are brutal.
The Syndicate deals with its failures itself.
God will.
I know. I can appreciate a killer when I see it.
Where's
You're a
Gravitas?
killer. But I think you'll get more out of keeping me alive. Just tell me what you want.
No, that's fine with me.
Syndicate was in dire need of a shake-up anyway.
Better than what he was going to offer. Jesus. You know what? Let's utilize the 6 portal defense, but in a different way. Use that for the free heal. I didn't actually realize that Flask effect still applied from Mage Blood. I didn't think it counted. That would probably have explained why that was so sloppy at times.
Let's see how you fare in my arena. Let's keep it simple. A surprise upset.
That dude just got vaporized. He's like a surprise upset. Like, sure, man. Whatever you need to cope with.
Depths, can't we bargain again instead?
Yeah, this wing, I think it was intervention. Pretty much just yields scarabs. So I mean, depending on what it is, it could be valuable, but I just assume this is a killer. That's just to hopefully get an invitation to fight Katarina. Yeah, intervention. I was right. Unfortunately, intervention is guaranteed to show up in every single one unless you have a save house ready. Like, I would probably tech that as Heist by now if the thing that brought Huck into our maps didn't also happen to be the notable that gave a chance for the blueprints to be enchanted. But honestly, that's where the money is getting lucky and getting the experimented items enchant on a blueprint. Because even a 3-win would probably sell rather decently. Fortunately, some of the others are worth nothing, even as a 4-win heist. But it's like, who wants thieves' trinkets? I mean, the majority of the time they're not even good. I mean, shit, the one I have is technically good, but it hasn't yielded a single thing. gives like a chance for I think it's regal orbs to become divines, and then like I haven't gotten a single thing from it, so it's functionally useless.
Greetings, farewell.
Didn't really do this. Give this to the mappers, and then I guess I'll spend some of my gold on maps to corrupt. At 10,000 to reroll. And pretty much another 10,000 to buy. Which, considering, I mean, that's kind of a lot, but considering how much gold they just vomit onto us this league, it's still relatively free as far as I'm concerned. It's ironic that it wasn't last league that it was like this, because there's one or two hideouts that aren't in this map rotation that I could have spammed.
You'll see, I'm not to be trifled with. Choose as you will, I offer no resistance.
One odd setup of abilities. Would this be worth anything? Maybe.
So you have chosen death. The Trapan code dictates, so go ahead, choose. Billowing death! And yet, here we are.
It's hard to like gauge the value of some things like mana. There are builds that stack mana, but they're very specific things. Usually they want very specific stuff. very impressive how I've managed to dodge getting 4 altars so many times.
Hello. Till next time, shall we keep, Savior?
Or as many guys in one shot. I ran into Miriam here on accident.
Hello. Journey well.
Why is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo punching himself in the face while eating an ice cream in this card art? I probably have enough to set up another voyage, so I'll check that after this. 3 of these, I think. Will we find number 4? With like 2/3 of the map left to explore? There's something. Yeah, ironically, that would be enormous value to grab. But I'm obligated to do this for the stupid challenge.
I'm of House Kayakson. That should be. I will accept your decision. Ready to die? And yet here we are.
Weird. Looks like I wasn't passed by one. Curse. So that did count. Only 2 more, and then I don't have to, then I technically don't have to run. Eldred, suing Exarch altars.
Hello. Journey
I'll probably run one or the other still. I think I've done that. Yes.
Greetings, Journey Road.
So like that. That was 3 lines. So that would just throw you off if you just took a glance and thought, oh yeah, that's enough. I'm pretty sure my mappers don't have the space for me to throw those in there, so for now just leave them as is. So less armor and chance to block, which is cringe. Go 99% of their life is extra energy shield and 64% more life, so they have pretty much triple their health, assuming that's calculated the way I think it does. So the bosses will be obnoxious, especially if I get a bunch of boss altars, but the other stuff is kind of whatever, tolerable. Yeah, what Eldritch Altars? Who needs Eldritch Altars? It's not like there's challenges that you're forced to do this shit.
Greetings. Farewell.
That's fine as is. That's also fine. Like, I could be juicing these with scarabs, but like, I kind of just want to get done with this. Because it's like, there could always be mods that just give me a disease. So I've been very explicitly trying to avoid making things worse for myself, but I know I'm going to end up forfeiting a whole bunch of my time and experience. So I get too crazy with it. And I'm going to have to set up an Atlas tree for Delirium though. Not that I want to, but the alternative is buying those Delirium orbs. I need a minimum of 10, that's assuming I complete the maps. That's assuming I complete the maps, and it's assuming that the maps themselves don't get wrecked when I drop them.
This time, it'll be you begging for your life. Wait! Are you? You're starting to figure it out.
Wait, let me think. Syndicate's a social machine.
A bit tough.
The Piranha's restless. If anyone asks where you got such wondrous gifts, well,
Forget it. New day, new fight. I'm really building a damaged reputation. You hear a lot. You're a smart one, Exile.
I got distracted. Let's do some scuba. I mostly just don't want these guys having the element avoidance. The spell suppression is also a pain in the ass, but it's tolerable somewhat. I really need to like customize my ability to not show me all this dog shit. Like it'll show you like one of the worst belts in the game, but it shares a base with Mage Blood, so they're like, maybe this is what you wanted. Like I have to just start like excluding them from the filter entirely. Wrong brother. There's a brother's stash and brother's gift. One gives 5 exalts, one gives 5 prime. You got the wrong one. fighting uber serious. It's not a fun fight, but like with how Eater of Worlds went yesterday, I think if I didn't stand in bullshit, I could probably do it. Assuming I get a level up, I don't have to worry about pissing away 60% of the level and basically 4 hours of farming. I might do Nightmare Maps again tomorrow. Probably will, unless I start hemorrhaging next week. Because we do need to get the user boss fragments. Where is this sending me? Like, full sending me south for like 50,000. Message in the bottle at least. Get a useless belt out of it. Always Gamba. can get a rope for. Never mind. I kind of wonder if it would be fruitful to corrupt these maps, the shards. But like, with the frequency it gives me one or both of enemies having spell suppression and element avoidance, I just feel like that would brick shards on my behalf. If you're just standing there in the water. Unfortunately, the way this area is designed, if I go the wrong way at the start, it seems like it's just kind of scuffed. I'm not gonna say bricked because there's no guarantee I'll get anything anyway, but it's a scenario where if I went from that other angle, I'd have to take a longer path. I can't just skip over the wall to get to the bathysphere. I really wish this didn't exist. Because this debuff is like nonsensical. Like, oh, I feel the gaze of the drowned. Like, okay, I don't know what that means. It's supposedly a debuff. That's all I know. And it's like, yeah, you get a changeling's Ducat, which lets you transform it into a random Ducat. But half the time it's like, yeah, it's the same thing 4 times. Because they make you do the best for crafting. I'd rather just right click it like a stacked deck and get a random thing that way. set up the void real quick? Alright, careful. Wow, that looks awful. Like, having the three that all had the connection-based quantity makes me forced to have an extremely specific setup to get it, like, to actually be able to connect everything without fucking that up in the process. I mean, I'm not willing to use 12,000 to re-roll, but we're doing it anyway. I'm definitely not doing the 24,000. Yeah, this kind of sucks, but you know what? It is what it is. This is possibly the worst spot that could be in, but it is what it is. All void gears contain friendly jellyfish. What's friendly about them? Sense to go this way because this leads to the gold lanterns.
When I woke up this night, the ship was sinking.
I don't need this in my fucking face.
And the ship is sinking. The lookout is drunk and the ship is sinking. And fire is loose and the ship is sinking. So cut off the rope because the ship is sinking.
Yeah, shrug. That's how I feel looking at this chart.
The rigging's ablaze and the ship is sinking. Can't wait to see what you find. Cut the breath up and there's loose. The ship is sinking. Starboard to the left, starboard to the right. No webbing on the side. Ship is sinking. Run
stuff off in the meantime. But you only have 47 lanterns. Consider extracting to the third. I don't know why it does that. As of right now, I have 360% increased rarity of items found. That's, I don't think, counting the modifiers for that area itself. Doesn't feel like it. First time Sunken Opulence has awarded me anything. Happy. I don't think rarity applies to currency, because I don't think the game actually has any idea of weighting that kind of thing besides its actual drop rate. now 480 rarity. Treasure clam. I'm not gonna go that whole way. Go this way. This is the least choice. John Fox. Waiting for that, but there would have been nothing. I mean, not crazy value, but decent value at least this run. It'll either be diminished or amplified by what we actually pull out of the message in the bottle. Yeah, Wrath Pit Globe. I think that's the second one we've gotten this league. The first, I think I corrupted and it went to shit, so I just threw it on the fucking floor. Kind of shit, or whatever. We got some Chaos Orbs, I might as well waste my ship
How's the sea treating
trying
you?
to
Need something?
all frame
Just say the
craft this.
Good, I see. Better. Hey there. Reckon I can rustle something up to your liking.
I would settle for a Headhunter, but a Mage Blood would be ideal. Technically speaking, I'd probably use in the range of like 200 Ancient Orbs this league. I have nothing to show for it.
Go on. Got something
That is one of the things I've yet to actually do is Ancient Orb,
that'll serve you well.
like a tier 0.
Need
I don't think I have
something.
enough.
Do what I can to help.
Yeah. So then just YOLO Slam. What cards did I pick up? Anything I can gamba? That I can gamba. Might not give me anything. Probably won't, but that's kind of the point of gamba. I mean, that's okay, actually. I don't know if anyone will buy it, per se. Yeah, 34 chaos. I mean, it's not terrible, but... And this corruption's useless. Oh, well. I can't throw that in there. I mean, kind of a productive day. As far as challenges, no, not at all, but... In terms of just currency, we did okay, considering I spent a whole bunch of it trying to brute force this thing, which I'm going to spend a lot of buying tailoring orbs to try and brute force it, so maybe I'll just do that real quick before we go on tailoring and tempering. Hopefully I don't need 10, but I want either 8% physical magnitude or the 6%. I'd settle for the 6%, but obviously the 8% is better. Wow. Alright, well, now we're back to broke again. What a cursed... Okay, we finally got it. That took 19. Fuck me. So just at a glance, I mean, it's pretty much better across the board. Not worth what I spent on it, if we're being honest. But that's how it works sometimes. For curiosity's sake. Yeah, it's not... Full tip damage isn't that incredible. But... but it that doesn't mean much. I can resell this, try and make back some of what I spent. But yeah, the tool to DPS doesn't mean much because the game doesn't actually calculate it all that well. Like this says 1,123,000. My actual DPS is over 5 million according to Path of Building. But alright, it is what it is. So that is me for today. I think that's top 5. I think it's reviews, hosts, follows, everything. That is awesome. Weird day, but hopefully we'll just bounce back as far as our currency. So tomorrow we probably do some nightmare maps, and it'll be great. We're gonna have so much fun. So until then, I hope you guys all have a good one. Take care.